10 everyday freedom in England that America took away. That's what we're checking out today. Welcome, welcome one and all. So this one, I'm like, 10 everyday freedoms in England that America took away. That have you thinking, don't it? So we're going to dive right in. The world to explore is where I'm getting this from. The link will be in the description below. Please go over and show them some love. With that said, let's find out these 10 everyday difference that England has that America took away. Here we go right about now.
Many Americans assume their everyday rules are standard everywhere.
True.
Yet daily life in Great Britain handles many things very differently. Did you know actions that seem normal in the US can be against the rules across the Atlantic and vice versa? Picture a street in Manchester during rush hour. People cross wherever it's clear, while in most US cities, police hand out tickets for the same thing.
Yep.
This video covers 10 common situations where life in Great Britain contrasts with American norms. These details are based on first-hand accounts, official policies, forums, and public records, not secondhand stories or glossy travel articles. If you want real comparisons, you're in the right place.
Okay.
But before we continue, hit that like button and subscribe.
Same
Number
here.
10, jaywalking legal. In the US, jaywalking can mean fines or warnings from police,
Oh,
even
yes.
when the street is empty. Cities like New York or Los Angeles commonly enforce these rules. In Great Britain, no law bans crossing outside the lines. In London or Cardiff, locals size up traffic and cross where it feels safe. In central London, it is common to see people head straight over multi-lane roads without waiting for signals. For Americans used to strict enforcement and clear crosswalks, this feels unfamiliar. Maybe you've noticed this yourself. Can you remember the last time you saw someone get stopped for jaywalking? Number 9, double holiday days.
Okay. This one is the first time I watched a video and realized that I saw the people crossing the road while traffic is. I'm like, what's going on in England? What's going on? I'm like, in the UK, people do not get charged for jaywalking, and they're like, no. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, interesting. Yeah, for police see you crossing the road here in the spot that you're not supposed to, oh yeah, you will be charged. You'll be fined. That's for sure. And to me, and I'm like, what a right. Because I'm like, I get where they're coming from. Common sense tell you, if it's safe to cross the road, go across the road. I am on board with that 100%. Let's see your number, that double holiday. This gotta be a good one.
Taking long vacations is rare for most Americans.
Oh, yes.
Only about 23% of private industry workers get 15 or more paid days each year, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. And few use those days all at once.
True.
Most workplaces expect employees to stay reachable and avoid long absences. By contrast, British law guarantees full-time workers at least 28 paid days off each year, and it's normal to take 2 weeks together. During August in Birmingham, for example, businesses often empty as people travel. Using the full allowance is standard practice, and colleagues often encourage it. In the US, vacation time is usually saved for emergencies or short breaks.
Yep.
But in Great Britain, it's seen as a key part of well-being. Number 8, school choice wider. In America,
I'm telling you, it's crazy. I still can't get over that. I really can't, because I'm like, 15 days here in the US, you get paid leave. And let me retract that. Get time off from work, and most people do not use it. That's, as he said, they use it for an emergency, if something come up. And even if you say, okay, this is my vacation time, I'm going, you need to be reachable by your boss. How messed up is that? So your time is not necessarily your time, and most people save their vacation time. And when they get paid for it, some people do, depending on the company that they're in. But majority of people don't even take it. They'll take a 2-day here and there, because if they take over the norm or get sick and they have the days that are, you're not getting paid. So that right there, every time I hear this one, I'm like, oh my word, you get 28 days time off from work. You can travel. And some places get way more than that in the European region. I'm still in awe with that one.
a child's assigned public school depends closely on home address,
Yes.
set by strict district lines. Even if a better school is nearby, families usually cannot enroll without moving. Britain links address and school, but allows wider flexibility. In places like Greater Manchester, parents rank school preferences on applications. If a preferred school has space, children may attend, with priority for local families. If schools are full, councils must offer a place somewhere. In cities like Bristol, parents compare schools and apply based on their child's needs, not just geography. The process feels less rigid, and Americans facing strict school borders often find this approach more balanced. Number 7, doctor visits.
See, this one I can't get over. Why is it that it is so strict when it comes on to school here in the US? Because in Jamaica, I was used to, if a child have a preferred school and they want to go to that school and they pick that school, once the parents is able to get to that, that's where they're going. And if they're full, they even go on a waiting list, or our child have a second pick, then they'll go to the next school that's, their most favorite or second in line. Here, I cannot get over the district decide where you go, because for me, I had to get an exemption to put my kids in another school that I wanted them to go to. And I was like, that's ridiculous. But I love how you do it in England. Like, listen, this is the borough, and if they're not restricted to, okay, this is the school that you have to go and you can't go anywhere else. And it's a stress to get a kid. That to me should be the case in the US, because there's so many schools here, and some school really does outperform the some. And why do you? Yeah, we can go on and on with that one. To me, that is madness.
Simple. Medical care in the U.S. usually starts with paperwork and anticipating bills.
Yep.
The Kaiser Family Foundation notes the average uninsured office visit is $104, and costs rise after tests or prescriptions.
Yep.
Even insured patients pay co-pays and may get more bills later. In Great Britain, patients book NHS appointments with no upfront payment and no insurance card. At clinics in Glasgow or Liverpool, families turn up for visits or checkups and leave without pulling out a wallet. The NHS covers most routine care. Prescription costs are standardized, currently $9.65 per item. Private insurance is optional, not needed for basic health needs. The lack of cost at the door often surprises American visitors, and many feel a sense of relief at the difference. Number 6, drinking age.
This one I can't get over. I literally cannot get over when it comes to insurance and going to the hospital, turning up at the hospital here in the US, that you have to fill out this whole paperwork. You could be in pain and you'll be in excruciating, and you're still sitting there filling out paperwork, guys. I'm serious. There's no joke. You'll be like, are you serious? You got to pull out ID. You got to do this. You got to do that before you're being seen. And even if you have insurance, it's not a guarantee that it will cover the cost of seeing your doctor. And prescription, not to mention, even if it's a prescription that you need throughout your life, or you cannot live without. Oh yeah, you're paying for that. And for some prescription, you have to go back into the doctor in order for them to write that prescription. You can't just say, okay, this is something that you need every month for a lifetime, and you have to go back to see the specialist, and you got to pay that bill as well. And the copay, don't get me wrong, there's some insurance, the copay is low, but you can expect sometime a bill after all of that. If your insurance is decided they're not paying the full amount, you still have to foot an out-of-pocket cost. Ridiculous. The NHS, I know, guys, it's paid through your taxes, and I am aware that sometimes you have a long wait, but to know that you can turn up to the hospital to get your routine check, to, if you're feeling sick, can go in, and you don't have to worry about a bill that will take, you have to mortgage your house for, or you have to sell a kidney to pay. Then for that, I say yes. Everything it has is good and it's bad, but I gotta give it to you. The NHS is doing wonders, and you guys have a gem right there of 100%. Period.
Split. Americans cannot legally drink alcohol until 21, even though they can vote or serve in the military at 18. In Great Britain, adults buy alcohol at 18 or older in pubs or shops. In family pubs, even 16 or 17-year-olds may have beer or wine with a meal if an adult is present. Pub gardens and events throughout Britain include people 18 and up, drinking responsibility with friends. For Americans, this early trust in adulthood often stands out. Number 5, eggs.
So that's a big one. That's a biggie. Like he said, you can join the military and you can can drive. You can drive. Look at that. You can have a license. You can drive. It's you can vote. You can go buy cigar, but you can't drink alcohol. And that is the reason why so many young people here always go overboard when it comes on to alcohol. And I'm like, why don't they change that age? Because if you introduce, I'm honestly 100% on, if you introduce alcohol early on, they wouldn't have this thing, oh, I can't wait. And when they turn 21, they're going all out with the shebang, don't know how to, their body can't handle it, and they go overboard with it. I am on board with England with that. Every day, all day, baby. Because that to me makes sense. And in a family setting where it's controlled and drink in moderation, yeah.
Not chilled. U.S. supermarkets keep eggs refrigerated, and labels warn customers to do the same. The FDA requires washing eggs, which removes a natural layer and increases risk of contamination if left at room temperature.
Stupid.
In Great Britain, eggs remain unwashed by law, so the protective layer stays on.
Makes sense.
Supermarkets display eggs unrefrigerated, often beside dry goods. In a Glasgow market or a small Isle of Wight shop, egg cartons sit on open shelves. People take them home and keep them out of the fridge without concern. This is a result of different food safety regulations, not tradition, and what seems odd to Americans is routine in the UK. Number 4, unified.
That is a big one, and I still can't get over the fact of washing off the protective layer on the egg, and it's refrigerated, and it spoils so easily. It's not even fun. You can't, if you put it out and it stays out for, the egg is spoiled. Yeah. Guys, and then I'm not gonna sit here and like, oh, I am one of them, because I came here and it became normal for me to do that, to just go and pick up the egg off the shelf and didn't think anything about it. That's a big one. I couldn't get over the fact of, I'm like, why would you, after I found out that they wash off the protective layer of the egg, and that is one of the reasons why they refrigerate it or keep it in the fridge. I'm like, why would you do that? How stupid is that? But before I was unaware. Now I know. But to me, it's like, this is madness. And guys, you cannot leave your egg out for a long period of time on the shelf. It will spoil. So I'm on board with the UK and many other countries across the world that also keep their eggs on the shelf and not refrigerate it, or not wash the protective layer from the outside. Because that, to me, like I said, is madness.
Transit cards. U.S. cities usually have local smart cards, like New York's Metro card or Chicago's Ventra, which do not work elsewhere. Travelers may carry several cards or need exact change in unfamiliar systems. In Great Britain, smart cards like London's Oyster, Liverpool's Walrus, and Scotland's Saltire function on trains, buses, and even ferries. In Newcastle or Cardiff, commuters routinely switch between lines with a tap, with no stop to buy tickets. The system reduces confusion and saves time, a noticeable contrast for U.S. visitors. Number 3, pub.
See, that right there makes sense. Why? Because when he said, like, no, you can't, I was like, you're right. That is madness. For me, it should be you jump on a train, you have a transit card, because some people pay it up for a month. Because when I'm in New York and I'm with the kids on vacation time, I buy a transit card for a whole month. And the more I think about it, I can't use it anywhere else. So if I didn't use it up for the whole time that I've been there, that's it. You can only, that is madness. And now that he's saying, I've never really thought about it like that. It's cause chaos. You should be able to tap from one place to the next, from the bus to the train to the, it makes sense. And it doesn't matter what state you're in. You're still in the US, so why should it be a problem? It shouldn't. Wow.
For U.S. visitors. Number 3, pub closing flexible. Many U.S. cities have fixed last call alcohol laws, often at 1 or 2 a.m., and some limit Sunday sales.
Yeah.
Britain changed this in 2003, allowing pubs and bars to apply for late licenses. In Leeds or Glasgow, nightlife may run until 3 a.m. on weekends. Hours are often set in discussion with local authorities. While country pubs may still close at 11 p.m., there is wide variation. Americans who visit often notice how fluid the rules are and feel the difference. By now, you might be comparing it to your own life. What's the latest time you've left a pub or bar in either country?
That's pretty cool. That's late. But the more I think about it, I'm like, here in Alaska, the latest one that I know of is, it's 2 a.m. Because I'm like, that's not bad still. But that's good. You're flexible. To 3 a.m. last call. Can you imagine walking out of a pub at 3 a.m. in the morning, going, just staggering, going home to about to lay down and say, listen, it's time for me to go and take a nap. It's time for me to go sleep. I can just picture it. So late. Walking or driving. No, you can't drive. Walking home in the countryside. That sounds good. I like the sound of that. That to me, I like that because you're not limited to this just 11 o'clock. Like here, man, everything is just, cut and dry, quick and fast. No, I like that.
Number 2, exams taken early. American students take most major exams, like the SAT or AP tests, at the end of high school.
Yep.
British students usually take national exams called GCSEs at 16, which affects choices for advanced courses and careers right away. A-levels follow at 18, usually after specializing earlier than Americans do. In Bristol or Glasgow, many finish compulsory schooling and start vocational training while Americans are in basic classes. This means British students face career choices earlier, for better or worse.
Okay.
Number 1, public.
I like that. I like this vocational school so bad, this hands-on. I am on board with that. It's like, you know what you want to do? Go for it. And they're sitting in this classroom until whoppy kill filler until you turn 30. You're still deciding and still doing. Listen, I am on board with it 100%. I'm sorry. I'm on board with you guys with this one. Because it's just, let's leave it at that. I like that.
Public space trust. Many American cities add restrictions to public spaces, such as benches designed to prevent sleeping, rules against feeding wildlife, and park curfews. In Great Britain, public parks stay open with minimal restriction. Hyde Park in London or the Meadows in Edinburgh are filled with people reading, eating, and meeting friends from morning to late evening. People relax for hours without interruption. It's common to see groups picnicking or individuals sitting alone. It's a small detail, but one worth asking. When was the last time you truly lingered in a park or public place without being hurried along? This highlights a contradiction. Americans talk about personal freedom, yet ordinary life in Great Britain often allows more daily flexibility and trust. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.
Well, I gotta give it to him. When it comes on to that, he was spot on, because a lot of places here, while if you're in the park too long, they'll kick you out of it. You'll have somebody come and check to see if you're okay or what's going on. Here in the US, when it comes to the park, it's weird. And and the park get closed at a certain time too. So he's right. The more that I think about it, he's right. That is amazing. But there in Great Britain, overall, it seems like in the European region, in the UK, all of those regions, when it comes on to outdoor experience, you guys can just stay there and have a ball. If you can fall asleep on the lawn if you want to, and it's not an issue. And for that to me is just amazing. Straight up amazing. Because you don't have that. So that everyday freedom that he spoke about, he's spot on. In America, it is not the same. And you can literally spot the difference between the two countries. Wow. Great video. Open my eyes to certain things too when you think about it. Well, this is Island Girl and I'm running out of work. If you'd like to see me check out more videos like these, let me know in the comment section. Love you guys to the max. Be good, be kind, be safe out there. Don't forget to hit the like. Go over and show this channel some love, guys. And I'll catch you guys in another one. Bye.